This time, 2 long searches need brought to an end.
There's a genteel beginning.
Lovely way to start the day.
This is nice.
But it soon gets bumpy.
Does it give you any reason to skip?
My heart's not overly skipping.
We try our best to impress.
Oh, yes.
Things get a bit personal.
Phil, you've been trying to balance out issues for a long time.
You're one of the issues.
As we strive for success.
This is probably the nicest property I've seen.
Ever?
We're back on the house hunt, this time in Oxfordshire, where the market is buoyant, but will it be bountiful?
I'm tasked with finding my psychologist home hunter a property she can get her head around.
And I'm with a couple who found love in lockdown, but now they need a nest.
God, it's beautiful, last neck of the woods, isn't it?
Wouldn't mind nesting there for a little while. It'd suit me down to the ground, that would.
I think that's called being a cuckoo, Phil.
Well, it's easy to see how you might be tempted to knock out your rivals to secure a property in ever-popular Oxfordshire. With its stunning countryside, charming villages and world-leading university city, Oxfordshire's average house price is more than £425,000, a whopping 50% over the UK figure. And with extremely low levels of stock for sale, it's not the best outlook for my pair. Home-working IT account manager Tan and business owner Steve, who found romance online 18 months ago.
Tink wanted to say hello to.
Oh, yeah.
Hello,
Hello,
Francie.
Tink.
I thought Steve was very charming, and we seem to have an awful lot in common. We both like, you know, the rural life.
Both sharing a similar outlook, they love a jam-packed calendar.
There's not one weekend where we're not doing something, whether it's meeting up with family or festival or concert.
Yet they're equally happy enjoying simple pleasures closer to home.
Being able to find a nice pub to have a Sunday lunch and then to walk back home, that's perfect.
But unfortunately, not everything is quite so rosy.
So Steve lives in Swindon and I live in rural Oxfordshire village. So it's about an hour and 15 minutes apart.
Plus, Tan feels she's outgrown her cottage anyway and has been looking to move for 5 years.
There isn't a cupboard that isn't brimming.
So a bigger property that brings these long-distance lovers closer together is required.
Ideally, what I'm looking to do is obviously move closer to Steve.
And that will mean less travel and more time to spend together. As for now, Tan will be moving in alone, while Steve will continue to live with his son in Swindon for the short term.
Once he's settled, then it'd be the right time for myself and Tan to then move in together.
So this home really needs to work for both of them long-term, and a big part of that is location.
As long as we really have access to Oxfordshire and to Swindon.
So I'm close to family as well.
Their search area may be broad, but even with their generous £825,000 budget, they've yet to strike lucky.
There are very few properties on the market that have got the wow factor. And when you do find them come on the market, they are literally snapped up within seconds.
You better get a move on, Pip.
So how can I help? Because I understand you're not living together, so you've got that challenge of trying to get together to see the houses.
It's been a challenge all round.
But you want to get this sorted, don't you?
Yeah.
It's been going on long enough.
Yeah.
So what's the budget and how's it all going to work?
The budget's going to be 825.
And the areas?
My work's in Swindon, my family's in Swindon, but because Tan does work from home, it means that her home could be somewhere, anywhere, you know, in a good radius.
But let's just describe what is it going to take?
Ideally a detached property, curb appeal. It's got to have that wow factor. Having a home office, at least 3 bedrooms. A garden is really important as well. But I guess the most important thing for me is the social space, because we love to cook and to entertain, so...
Yeah, and the more people can get around a table, the better. And we would like a country pub as well, within walking distance.
Got it. If there had to be a compromise, where could it be? Dan, your face said it all. No compromise.
No, I'm sure I'd compromise on something. I just can't think what at the moment.
Nothing is going to tick every box.
I'm not sure they believe you, Phil.
Well, they should, because there's a lot of boxes. And even with a meaty £825,000 budget, it's a total bun fight for decent properties. They'd like a 3 or 4 bedroom house in a village location with an exceptional kitchen diner for big get-togethers.
A sizable garden is also key, along with room for a home office, gym and a walkable local pub.
To find all of that, I'll be scouring rural Oxfordshire villages to the northeast of Swindon to hopefully bring this couple closer together.
Meanwhile, I'm in Oxford, where my search will cover the city's northern quarters and beyond, along the M40 corridor. Coventry-born clinical psychologist Rena is always on the go.
I tend to get described as a bit of a pocket rocket and someone that doesn't stop.
And that's certainly true in terms of where she's lived.
So I've had to move around quite a lot for work. Lived in Birmingham, Leicester, Luton, High Wycombe, Reading. I've lived in Oxford previously. lots of places.
Once again following work, Rena has returned to the city of dreaming spires, this time to teach clinical psychology at Oxford University.
I like Oxford as a place to live, made lots of great friends, feel really settled.
Currently renting in the desirable Oxford enclave of Headington, she's been house hunting on and off for years as she's moved around the country.
I started looking in Oxford because I decided that I wanted to settle round here.
But after more than 20 viewings in the city, she's hit a bit of an impasse with 0 offers made.
I suppose I may have become more indecisive when it comes to a house.
Despite that, on paper, Rena knows just what she's looking for.
I'd like somewhere where I have a good office space. Ideally, a nice open plan area would be fantastic. Being able to walk to a coffee shop not too far from a good gym and some outdoor space if possible. I've been looking for so many years and it kind of feels like I start and then stop again.
If anyone can get her over the line, it's you, Kirsty.
Rena,
Yes.
you are a highly intelligent woman. What has gone wrong?
I'm a bit embarrassed to say this, but I've actually been looking on and off probably for the last 5 or 6 years.
Right. Blimey, you must have seen prices go up in that time. Wow. So, 2 beds, although the second can be kind of study-ish.
So I run a private practice that's online.
Yeah.
So I would like a nice office space.
OK, what would your ideal location be?
Been renting in Headington, so I like that area. I'm just very aware that I don't think my budget will stretch that far.
Your budget is 295,000. So then the crunch question is, what's been holding you back?
I started looking at places here and then went back to the Midlands and was looking at, 3-bed semis with massive driveways and huge gardens. And then I couldn't even get sort of a nice 1-bed apartment in Oxford for that, so.
Vastly different. It's not apples and pears.
Yeah.
It's, apples and raisins. All shriveled up, dried out.
Yeah.
Are you happy for it to be an apartment?
I think ideally I would be keen to see houses if possible.
Lost. Damn it, I thought I had the first person who just preferred flats.
Yeah, really open to seeing different types of apartments too.
OK, apartments and houses. Right, got it. What we have to do is we have to get out there and look at it and see if the compromise is worth it for the location.
OK, fab.
For her £295,000 budget, Rena is looking for a 2-bedroomed house or apartment with a good solution for home working and an open-plan kitchen, dining, living area.
She'd also value some outside space, coffee shops within walking distance, and a maximum 1-hour commute to her teaching job in Oxford.
Lovely way to start the day.
This is nice. If the whole week's going to be as civilised as this.
Things can only go downhill, though, can't they?
You're probably right.
So what you got?
I've got Rena, who's studied in Oxford, now works in Oxford. Super bright, proper big brain.
How long has she been house hunting?
Quite a while.
I'm with Stephen Tan. They don't live together and they struggle to get to see properties together. Oxfordshire villages, all the classics.
Does the pub figure at all?
Yes. I'm going to soften them up with a nice lunch in each of the pubs and then take them to the house that's a walking distance away. That's my plan.
That's how you're going to spend your days?
Yeah.
Going for a good pub lunch?
Good pub lunch.
And then walking to a nice property close to the pub?
Yes.
Oh, it's a hard life for Phil.
It's a tough job, Kerstels, but someone's got to do it. Tan and Steve have certainly found it hard to find the right house near his current life in Swindon. So I'm pleased to be kicking off just over 20 miles from there, in the charming Oxfordshire village of South Lee. And we've already checked out one important local feature.
So the pub Scored all the points it needed to.
Definitely,
One
yes.
box ticked.
And this is the house. Talk to me about curb appeal.
Yeah, it's got curb appeal. It's very pretty.
The rub is that it's not detached.
Yes.
That is the compromise.
That would be the compromise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. But in terms of the setting and the feel of the place and the village, how are we doing?
So I'm very happy
Good.
so far.
Come on in.
And with this stone-built extended Victorian semi, I think that happiness should continue inside. The centrepiece is the stunning vaulted kitchen diner that could house the biggest of get-togethers, while the large mature garden is perfect for a spot of pruning and partying.
There's a separate sitting room, as well as a study, a handy utility and loo downstairs. And upstairs, there are 3 bedrooms, one with an ensuite and an additional family bathroom to boot.
With more than 1,900 square feet and coming in 25 grand under budget at £800,000, this place is sure to impress.
OK, so what we have here. It's quite a quirky house, this is.
Right.
Hallway, entrance hallway.
Yeah.
Living room is through that way, but this room is what it's all about.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh, yes.
It is an exceptional kitchen.
On the basis of that alone.
Well, I know it was the most important room for you
Yes,
to be able to entertain.
Most definitely.
So it looks a lot bigger inside than it does
Yeah.
from the outside.
Yeah. But there are 3 bedrooms and two bathrooms.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. 800,000 is the price.
Okay.
Right.
How are we doing?
I love this kitchen. On the strength of this alone, I'm happy.
Why don't you have a look upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Phil, you've struck gold for tan with that dreamy kitchen diner.
Yes, but I fear Steve may be a tougher nut to crack.
So is this a double?
Be a tight double. It's cottagey.
Well, the house scores so many points on the key things to get right. The kitchen is absolutely first class. The pub is brilliant. The dog walks are right on the doorstep. It's got curb appeal.
Main lounge.
It's bright and it's airy.
I like the layout of all this down here. My concern is just it might just feel a little bit small upstairs.
I guess it'll come down to whether the rest of the house supports all of those things sufficiently and does it justify the £800,000 asking price.
It's a lovely home, Phil, and I'm sure there are more wows to be had outside.
Beautiful garden out here.
Yeah, definitely.
How did you get on upstairs?
Just a bit concerned it feels a bit too cottagey for me.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
Yeah.
But we spend most of our time in that kitchen, won't we? So-
Oh, in the pub.
Yeah.
Or on the
yeah,
dog walk.
yeah.
Well, listen, that's the first house. We're going to go on
Yeah,
to see other
yeah.
things, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to show you another
No.
kitchen quite like that.
Oh.
I'd say this one is a maybe, Phil.
Yes, but with living space that good, it makes me wonder what it's going to take to get a yes. We're in Oxfordshire, where I'm trying to put paid to Steve and Tan's hour-long drive to be together.
And I'm trying to end Rena's years of house hunting by cancelling her to commit to bricks and mortar.
Tan and Steve have been together for 18 months, and now Tan wants a house closer to Steve that can go on to become their first home together. Property One had some clear positives,
Oh, yes.
but I don't think our search is done yet.
As for my house hunter, Rena, after more than 5 years of on and off searching across the country, she has finally decided where she wants to be.
I like Oxford as a place to live, made lots of great friends, feel really settled.
Finding exactly what Rena would like in the area where she's currently renting will be a tall order on her budget. But there is a way for her to maintain her happy Headington life with just one little compromise, by simply crossing the A40 to the first street just inside the more affordable area of Barton.
So this is Barton, isn't
Well, you could say that it was Barton,
it? Okay.
but what is the other side of that bush?
Headington?
The Headington roundabout.
Yeah. I mean, it's close.
Yeah.
I feel like I could still walk to the areas that I like.
Oh, you
which is
can
nice.
definitely walk to the areas
So
that
that's-
you like.
Let's see. I'm going to keep an open mind.
Fantastic, let's get in there.
I think this nicely appointed ground floor flat is perfect for Rena with its bright, open-plan kitchen living room, along with 2 double bedrooms, 1 ensuite and a funky second bathroom.
With a gated communal garden, there are lots of boxes ticked here, including walkable access to Headington.
£5,000 below Rena's top budget, it's listed at 290 grand.
So, Rena,
Cute.
coming straight into bedroom here with ensuite,
Okay.
second bathroom there, and then second bedroom there, and then here you've got a sort of sitting room, kitchen. First impressions?
Yeah, it's good space. I like the fact that there's lots of windows, lots of light.
Yes.
That's
so
positive.
it's a light flat.
Not a bad start, Kirsty. Great to see she's looking for positives.
Are we 4 out of 10, 6 out of 10?
The bit that I'm not sure about, the fact that it's ground floor and perhaps not having as much privacy.
Okay. Right. Did you know that I have a magic wand?
Okay. Pleasure.
I don't often get it out.
Yeah.
I could show you the same flat, slightly bigger, same price, upstairs.
I'd be keen.
You'd be keen.
I'd be keen.
We have that on record.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
Impressive work. Even the finest magicians can't hide whole flats up their sleeves.
Up on the first floor of the same development, this flat has over 100 square feet more internal floor space.
Generally in need of some TLC, there's a large kitchen living room with Juliet balcony, as well as 2 bedrooms, one with ensuite shower room and another bathroom.
Plus, it offers the privacy Rena was lacking downstairs. It's also listed at £290,000, 5 grand under her top budget.
So, different layout, bigger flat.
Okay.
So, you've got bedroom there, and then here, second bedroom, and then into your main reception room.
Okay. It feels nicer being
Higher up.
Yeah, that's definitely confirmed.
You
Not
don't
being-
want ground floor. Yeah,
No.
But does it give you any reason to skip?
My heart's not overly skipping, but I can see how it would work.
Well, if there's no skipping, maybe this viewing is falling flat, Kirsty.
Perhaps. It's certainly food for thought.
Thinking about the location, it is exactly where I'd want to be.
Yeah.
It's just not feeling like home.
Location isn't enough of a pull.
I thought I needed to only look around this area, but I suppose I'm curious now and thinking, is it more about the place?
Can't force that feeling.
Well, if nothing else, that opens the door to other areas.
Indeed, and I trust Rena will readily step through.
Back on my search with Tan and Steve, we're heading to the lovely village of Longcott. It has the required dog-friendly village pub, along with doorstep countryside walks. But it's just 10 or so miles from Steve's Swindon home, meaning no more long drives to see each other.
Right, well, for my next trick, we're going to have a look around this house.
Okay.
We are about a 7-minute walk to the village pub, which is another really great community pub.
Okay.
Very, very popular. Big 1970s house, big plot, architecturally. It's not exciting, but it is a very practical option.
Nice village location.
Does it have curb appeal?
Not as much as the last property.
But this does, though, having
Yeah.
the space to be able to drive in.
Well in budget at 750.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let me show you.
Okay.
Come on.
Thumbs up for the setting, Phil, but I'm not sure this is the kind of character Tan desires.
Well, I'm not worried, as I think the charm inside will outweigh the 70s stylings. Downstairs, there's a large family room, a newly fitted kitchen with utility and pantry, a separate dining room, and another big living room with views to more than 100 foot of back garden and beyond.
The sense of space continues upstairs with 4 bright double bedrooms, one with an ensuite and a family bathroom too.
It may lack a large entertaining space, but at £750,000, 75 grand under their top spend of 825, there's money and room to create one in the future.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Right, let's head this way.
Okay.
This is one of 3 reception rooms.
3, okay.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
How does it strike you?
Nice. I mean, looking out through the window there, I mean, you can see hay bales. You know, you've got the open
Yeah.
fields.
Happy, Tan?
Yes,
You're smiling.
I am.
Come on, we'll see some
I'm just
more.
looking at the garden.
Back down the corridor, you have the dining room, right next to the kitchen. And the kitchen is lovely,
Yeah.
but it's not quite what we've just come for.
No, but that was so big and impressive.
But for us, I guess it's just not that social space that we were hoping for.
Remember, priced as it is at £750,
Yeah.
you've got a bit of scope to play around with.
But we could take this wall down and make it a much larger kitchen.
Good. It's got lots of options.
Okay.
Excellent.
Seems your confidence was well placed, Pip.
Oh, wow, this is a big room.
Yes,
For a
a great
second
size room. And that beautiful view.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to be honest, I wasn't sure how this viewing was going to go because I know how sensitive tan is to curb appeal.
Not much we'd need to do in here either, really, just a lick of paint.
But actually, this house and the whole viewing is going down better than I even dared hope.
And if they need any further convincing, there's still the seemingly endless garden to impress.
It's got a nice feel to it.
So it doesn't have the character that we'd wanted, but it certainly has the space and it certainly has the potential for the social aspect. It is, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Really nice.
It may not have everything, but it could be this stunning house has enough.
As a package, how are we doing?
Very good, actually. Yeah,
Very well.
I really like it. Yeah.
And I know I said I wouldn't compromise on the curb appeal, but actually it's really nice.
Oh, I'm pleased.
Really like
Yeah,
it.
we really like
Really?
it. We really like it, yeah.
Well, let's leave it there.
Okay.
See if we can beat this one.
Thanks very
Looking
much.
forward
Off to you.
That's a great result, and it means that for my next property, I can play a bit of a curved ball.
Back on my hunt for a two-bed in Oxford, Rena's hinted that she's ready to explore other areas. So I'm taking her to the nearby historic market town of Bicester. Famed for its luxury Bicester Village shopping resort, the town is also an ever-expanding residential hotspot that has both fantastic rail and road links to Oxford and beyond. Meaning Rena's drive to work would be just over 12 miles. That's about 30 minutes in good traffic. Very much still a work in progress, we're heading to the nascent suburb of Graven Hill, with a corner shop nursery, health hub, and more all in the pipeline.
Right, Rena, what do you think of this?
I like the look of it.
What do you feel about being in a development?
I'm open to it. Are they building, I'm assuming, extra houses?
Extra houses, apartments, a very easy distance from all there is in Bicester.
Yeah, keen to have a look.
Keen to have a look.
Keen to have
That's
a look.
what we need to hear. Keen to have a look. There we are.
Up on the first floor of this newish block, there's a bright and spacious kitchen living room with a good-sized private balcony to the front.
There's room for Rena's office in one of the 2 double bedrooms, and finally, there's 1 bathroom, so no space wasted on an unnecessary second.
Recently reduced by £20,000 to offers in excess of £260,000, it should sell well within Rena's top budget of £295,000.
Although this flat looks brand new,
Yeah.
in fact, it has been bought and is being sold again.
Okay.
So I think probably that would be the master bedroom. Office, and then very large and very light.
Ooh.
Oh. That's perkier than you were in the last place.
I like the fact that there's lots of light coming in. And I like the space.
Yep.
I can see that working.
You just move in. It's on the market, 260,000. There's definitely room for a table and chairs out there.
I like the fact that it's sort of on the edge as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good space.
And you're familiar with Bicester,
I've only ever been to Bicester Village.
haven't we all? So positive so far.
Yeah, no, it's, good so far.
Rena's whole energy has changed with this flat.
What is the thing that lit up Rena's face? Is it just about fresh paint?
Whatever it is, I'm rolling with it, as maybe this flat could be in contention.
I like it. I like the kitchen. I like the bathroom. I like the light. Yeah, I'm curious. Definitely.
Okay, that's good. Exploration of Bicester on the cards.
That sounds like one in the running. Rena needs to get to know the area, and I need to see if I can show something even better. Across Oxfordshire and beyond, we're trying to solve 2 buyers' property problems, with my house hunter's search stretching back more than 5 years.
For Rena, it's the old-fashioned choice of head over heart, or not.
Thinking about the location, it is exactly where I'd want to be.
Yeah.
It's just not feeling like home.
whereas my couple have spent much of the last 18 months since they met driving hours to see one another. So they need a new place, closer to work and family.
For Tan and Steve, it was all about getting the right indoor and outdoor entertaining space. But as things have turned out, logistics and layout have been causing a few problems.
But nonetheless, I'm sure my second house is firmly in the running.
Really like
Yeah,
it.
we really like
Really?
it.
Like it?
We really like it, yeah.
And I'm not done yet. So for my third property, I'm pushing out a little further, just into Buckinghamshire to be precise, to the pretty village of Grendon-under-Wood. Surrounded by farmland, the village boasts the essential dog-friendly pub and a convenience store as well. Whilst it may be the furthest away at over 40 miles from Steve's Swindon home, I'm hoping the stunning garden and property itself will make that seem a price worth paying.
So, very tucked away down here is a little oasis. Well, in fact, it's not even a little oasis. This is quite a big oasis.
Right. Oh.
Storage room, there's 2 stables. So, in terms of gym or office or extra accommodation or loads of storage, there's...
Or horse.
Or a horse. Steady. But come on,
Okay.
we'll keep coming.
A horse won't shorten that long journey back to Swindon, Phil, though it might make it more enjoyable.
In fact, the main house was converted from the tack room and groom's living quarters for a local country house.
Beyond the bright reception room, there's a long sitting dining room, a kitchen with breakfast room, a utility with downstairs loo, and a separate study too, whilst upstairs are 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom.
And with a plot size not far off half an acre, I'm hopeful the impressive gardens and outbuildings will excite Tan and Steve. And it's 25 grand under budget at £800,000.
Keep following me,
Okay.
because the garden goes on.
Oh, wow.
The house comes with the garden.
Yeah.
The whole package is 800,000.
Right,
Okay, so it's in budget.
Yeah.
Good start, Phil, but I think you need to address the elephant in the garden.
Yeah, 47 miles to your family.
My heart obviously says I want to be nearer to family.
Beautiful location,
Yeah.
though. But the way this is configured, there are lots of little lawns,
Yes,
so not necessarily the big barbecue with hundreds of people.
fair enough,
That was-
absolutely, yeah.
Well, that's not quite the roaring success I was hoping for, but maybe the house itself will improve my standing.
A really lovely, generous
Oh, wow, yeah.
hallway.
Nice.
Yeah.
Light and airy.
Kitchen
Lovely
through there. That's the office. And then the big living entertaining room.
So these are the 3 rooms downstairs?
Correct.
I'm just trying to imagine the social space, and I'm just wondering if it's quite big enough for us.
Why don't we have a look around?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Phil, sounds like you need a hug.
There is so much to like about this house. It's really very special.
We could take this out and open it up. It's just a fridge. That would give us a much bigger dining area.
Still going to put that somewhere, though?
Wandering around there, trying to be positive.
Now, this is lovely.
Yeah.
A lovely view.
Roll-top bath.
Oh, beautiful. Now, this is stunning.
If I'm going to bring this search to a conclusion for them, then they do need to start making decisions, and I just don't see that happening quite yet.
I wouldn't be so sure, Phil. They've found lots to love in this house, but I think their minds are made up.
I'm just lost in the garden. It's stunning.
It is.
Is it in or is it out?
It's more out for me.
Tan, how about you?
The property is lovely, but it's just not quite big enough for us. I think also due to the location, it's sadly out.
House number 2 is still a contender.
Most definitely.
Let's see if we can beat it.
Okay.
Good.
So this isn't the one, Phil. But you've still got a house in the running, so that should give you time to join me in the handsome market town of Brackley. Just within Northamptonshire, I'm pushing Rena close to the edge of her acceptable hour-long commute back to Oxford. But with Brackley's average sold price an alluring 33% cheaper than Headington, Rena's budget will pack a bigger punch. And being at the heart of what's been dubbed Motorsport Valley, the town is on the up. This is where the Mercedes Formula One team is based.
Well, Silverston's just down the road.
Can you see yourself as an F1 driver, Phil?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, I'm halfway there. You know, I practice every weekend.
Yeah.
There I am.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning.
I brought a friend.
Hello.
Good morning. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
Good, thank you.
Yeah?
You wanted to see a house.
I did.
So there we are.
Ooh. Well, that looks very cute.
It's chocolate box. It's about as big as a chocolate box, but
So am I, to be fair.
yes, well, that's the thing.
Come on in.
Okay, okay, follow His Majesty.
Located in Brackley Old Town Conservation Area, this end terrace cottage may be small, but it's big on charm and is in true turnkey condition. There's a cosy sitting room with a characterful fireplace and a smart galley kitchen that leads to the private courtyard garden.
On the first floor, there's a swish bathroom and the second bedroom, which would make a lovely home office for Rena, whilst the main bedroom is up on the second floor.
Rena was keen to see a house and wanted a more homely feel. And for just £254,000, this property delivers that. And at 41 grand under budget too.
Come on in, Rena. So we have a house over 3 floors,
3 floors.
2 bedrooms upstairs. It's on the market for £254,000.
Oh.
Yeah. I have to say, it suits you.
What do you mean? This is really sweet. I like it. It feels homely.
It's in immaculate condition. I'm sure you'd like to see some more. Why don't
Definitely.
you head upstairs? I'll come with you.
Yes, Phil. Find out if her head or her heart is winning.
This, as you can see, is second bedroom office. It'd be a peaceful place to work. Kirsty said that you've been looking for a long time.
I have. But actually, having seen the apartment yesterday, it's really made me think more about where I am and wanting more of a homely feel.
So you should now be reaching a stage where you can focus in on that is important and that's less important. So it sounds as though you're getting there.
Yes, I definitely think I am.
How are we doing with this house?
I'm liking it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
I think Rena's moving towards a decision.
Fingers crossed.
It's going well.
It is interesting when you see someone blessed with being a petite person in a petite space.
Works.
Yeah, it works.
Hi.
Hello.
So is it somewhere you could possibly see yourself?
I'm just thinking about sort of where my things might go, but I really like it.
Oh. How is Brackley striking you so far?
I like how quiet it is. I think it's lovely.
I've got one more property to show you. So keep this in mind, because I think this is a super-duper property and
Yeah.
really suitable for you.
Yeah, this is probably the nicest property I've seen
Ever.
from my searches.
Oh.
Really?
I think, yeah.
Really?
Right, that's okay,
like-
Phil, you can go now.
We're moving swiftly on as well.
With a 5-year search behind her, that's high praise. And I'm not done yet.
Back on my search, I'm in the same position with one proper contender still in the running and one more house to show Tan and Steve. And it's beautifully situated in Fulbrook, overlooking the scenic River Windrush, which offers the most picturesque walks. The village has the all-important dog-friendly pub, with another pub about a mile away, in the classic Cotswolds village of Burford, which has a very vibrant high street. At around 20 miles from his Swindon base, it'll shave about half an hour off Steve and Tan's current journey to see each other. Plus, at present, it also features the one and only Kirsty Allsop.
So have you come to help?
I don't think you need my help. Are you asking for my help?
I'm always appreciative of your help.
I'll remember you said that, Phil.
Hello.
Hello.
We have a surprise
Hi
visitor.
there. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks.
Yes.
So he's brought you to Burford.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit jealous of him.
And you've seen the pub? Did that
We
score
have.
points?
Yeah. Is that the local pub then?
That is the local
Okay.
pub.
Yeah.
We have here, well, it was built as a bungalow in the 90s
Right.
and then extended on the top to give extra bedrooms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got a double garage, so that's gym.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We've got a garden
Yeah.
that wraps around. Just
Do we have a look?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Okay,
follow us.
On the ground floor of this converted bungalow, there's a comfortable sitting room, a bright kitchen diner, a snug study, and 2 bedrooms, along with a shower room.
Upstairs, there are 2 more spacious bedrooms and a large family bathroom. Outside, the gardens include a delightful gravelled courtyard and a secluded south-facing lawn to the front.
Right at the top of the available budget, it's listed at £825,000.
Right. See what you make of my last offering.
Okay.
But come and have a look at the kitchen. It's kind of cottagey, farmhousey.
Wow.
But still
yeah.
modern.
I'd probably take that out
Yes.
and get a bigger table going down that way.
Knew I liked you. It doesn't need the island. You could have a lovely big table, much more convivial.
A promising start, Phil.
Indeed. So build on that upstairs, please, Kirsty.
Do you know what? I love a big landing.
Yeah, me too. Oh, wow. Is this for master?
Well, it's up to you, really.
Okay.
Come and have a look down here, Steve. 2 bedrooms at the end, just poke your heads
Okay,
in. So
okay.
if you have people to stay, they're down
here.
You're up there.
Okay.
They've got their own bath.
All right.
It's looking positive with Steve.
Yes, and hopefully Tan will feel the same.
But it's always interesting to see how quickly someone feels that it's got what they want.
I've always felt I'm an emotional buyer, and I've always been criticised for it perhaps in the past, but I don't know that I've felt it yet.
What do you suspect will be going through Tan's mind?
Probably the size of the garden. Out the back, the fences are quite tall, so it might be quite shadowed. Enough space for the dogs to run around.
This week's a dead loss for you.
What have you been saying?
That's not me!
We are trying to balance out an awful lot of issues. Yeah.
I know, Phil, you've been trying to balance out issues for a long time.
You're so thoughtful and sympathetic.
I know.
You're one of the issues.
Oh, Phil, it's always such fun when I come to visit.
How did we do?
We?
OK, how did I do?
The house is lovely. Things we're thinking about at the moment are the garden spaces aren't really what we were looking for.
How are you feeling about that second house?
Steve loves that house. I have some reservations.
I will head off.
No, I bet you're going shopping.
I'm not.
I'd say your search is hanging in the balance, Phil.
Tan and Steve certainly have some thinking to do, and I fear it could go either way.
After Rena's 5 years of unsuccessful searching, I've managed to find her a house in Brackley that she really seems to like.
This is probably the nicest property I've seen.
Really? Well, moving swiftly on.
But even so, there's one more property in the same up-and-coming market town that I feel she must see.
So this is a converted schoolhouse. It was made into flats a while ago. We're about to see the last one that's for sale.
Okay.
You've definitely got more of the lit look.
Yeah, it definitely feels like somewhere that's a bit kind of where I could see myself longer term.
So property 5, Phil needs to learn from me. But property 5 is this one.
I like the look of it. I like the fact that it's not a standard apartment block where everything just looks the same. I like it.
Converted from a Grade 2 listed Victorian school, there's an impressive vaulted open-plan kitchen dining living space with huge windows. A downstairs loo, laundry utility room and study, albeit windowless, complete the ground floor.
Upstairs, there's a main bedroom with internal Juliet balcony, a second bedroom and a bathroom.
Listed at £295,000, it may be at the max budget, but that will buy you over 2.5 times more living space than the Brackley Stone Cottage.
Ooh. Ooh. This is different.
I know.
Very nice.
I personally might make some tweaks.
Yeah.
But given that it's on at 295, the tweaks would have to wait a little bit. Although there might be some room for negotiation, you never know.
Really, really like it. Love the light. Love the window.
Base is sensational.
Yeah, didn't expect to see a building like this.
Go and have a look upstairs.
Well, it looks like you might have played 2 aces, one after the other, Kirsty.
You know, I'm never one to do things by halves, Phil.
What do you think?
It's definitely different.
It's definitely different.
I feel a bit blown away by it. The other one, I felt really homely and cosy.
The onus is on you to make it cosy.
Yeah, but lots of potential to do that.
Yeah.
There's definitely a glint in Rena's eyes, but I want to see where her head is at.
Does it make you think, nah, too much bother?
No. I think the thing that excites me about this place is that it feels like I could do more to it.
Yes, that's definitely true. There's literally nothing you can do to the last house.
I really like both of today's properties, though, and I like the feel of Brackley.
Okie dokie.
Might need a bit of help thinking it through.
Yeah. After you.
Thank you.
A very positive viewing that's brought 2 Brackley properties into contention. Maybe Rena's 5+ years of searching will come to an end with either the turnkey 2-bed cottage that's a snip at 254 grand, or the imposing school conversion that's right at the top of her budget of £295,000.
So we haven't mucked about this week. We found a cottage which you could just move straight into. It's well below budget.
Really, really cute space, really cosy. I think the only slight kind of concern that I had there was about storage and whether I could make that a good office space.
And then we moved over to the converted schoolhouse, property number 5, which is quite a lot to get your head round.
The schoolhouse has blown me away. I think I'd be able to really set up a good office space, have a walk-in wardrobe. It's at the top of my budget, but I really like it.
It seems Rena has made a decision.
I'm really curious about the converted schoolhouse, and I'd like to pursue that further.
Would you offer 280? Would you be punchy and offer even less?
I guess I was wondering about the 280 mark, because that would give me a bit of leeway.
There's an excellent estate agent. Would you like me to give Terry a call?
I would.
Oh, hello, Terry. It's Kirsty Alsop. So the offer is 280. It's reasonable, yeah. Yes, thank you so much.
Best of luck, Kirsty. As for me, I've only got one still in contention. The roomy 1970s house with the gorgeous garden. But I'm really not sure which way it's going to go.
It's been an interesting few days.
It has.
But it seems there was only one house left in the running. There's a bit of reservation at the end of yesterday.
Yeah, being away from my family and friends, being that little bit further, I think 10 minutes closer, and it would have been ideal. But of course, it would also have been probably £200,000 or £300,000 more expensive.
There you go. I'm glad you said that.
And the more we thought about it, just the more it just seemed to make sense.
It seems we may have found the one, but with the asking price set at a realistic 750 grand and the vendor willing to move into a rental to avoid a chain, interest in the house is growing, and there are 4 more viewings booked in for tomorrow.
So, what are we going to do about it? The agent feels it's at the right price. He says they're not going to drop less than 750 anyway.
I don't want to lose it.
We don't want to lose it and then be in a position where
Start
we
again.
wish we'd put in the asking price.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree.
750?
Yes.
Off the table?
750 off the table.
You've asked for 750, we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But no upward chain and viewings cancelled.
Yeah.
Hello, Kate. I'm going to try and make this really easy for you. My buyers will offer 750,000, but it does come attached with 2 conditions to that. One is that there is no upward chain, and the second one is that all marketing ceases and viewings tomorrow will be cancelled. Under those 2 conditions, they're happy to pay the full price.
Sounds like the perfect strategy, Phil.
Thanks, Kate. I'll wait to hear. Good luck. I think this is going to be really interesting. We've done the right thing. You've done the right thing.
Yeah.
It's not in the bag.
Tense times. I'm rooting for you, Phil. With Rena, we're waiting for news on our offer of £280,000, 15 grand under asking for the vaulted schoolhouse conversion.
Terry, how are you? That's what I was hoping to avoid. OK, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Terry. Bye. They said, could you go to 285?
Okay.
Tell me what you're thinking.
So yeah, I think it's worth having another look and maybe sticking for now.
Let's stick for this evening.
Thank you.
Pleasure,
Goodbye.
treasure. Hopefully we'll be talking in the morning.
Thank you.
Well, it might not be tied up today, but it seems a deal may be in sight. Fingers crossed. Back with Tan and Steve, and we're still waiting for news.
Hello, Kate. We are very nervous at this end. Do you have any news? They'd like to accept your offer of 750 and take it off the market. Are they agreeable to that? Fantastic. I have very happy, smiling people sat opposite me, really relieved and chuffed a bit. So thank you so much. Woo!
Well done.
Fantastic.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Excellent.
Thank
Thanks
you.
again, Phil.
Bartender!
Thank you very much. Yes.
That's such great news, Phil. Congratulations to you, but especially to Tan and Steve. Almost a month later, and sadly things have stalled since Rena's offer was refused.
I was considering increasing it because I actually really, really liked the old converted schoolhouse.
But after taking a second look and exploring the area, she began to get cold feet.
So the issue with Brackley was the fact that I'd be an hour from the Midlands, I'd be an hour from work,
and it just felt like I'd have to drive everywhere, and I think I'd feel quite isolated there.
Getting the balance between location and house is often the hardest part of any search, but Rena is getting closer.
I do feel hopeful about finding somewhere to buy. Doing the search with Kirsty has helped me to think about the kind of place that I would like to live in. It's also made me realise I should perhaps be looking at places that are a little bit smaller, but in a location that suits me better.
Well, that's progress, and we wish her the greatest success in her hunt for a home.
As for Tan and Steve, things are looking good.
Yeah, we're really excited buying a house in Longcott.
And we've already been a couple of times, so explore some of the walks and meet some of the new neighbours.
And with hopes to complete within 10 weeks, plans are forming.
The first project that we'll undertake is probably going to be knocking through to make a good big social space in the house.
But Tan may have to adjust her style somewhat.
I would never have considered buying a 1970s house.
The rest of the house, you know, just ticks all the boxes,
Absolutely,
doesn't it? So...
yeah. But if it hadn't have been for Phil, we would never have found this house, and we love it.
And then there's the all-important housewarming.
Steve's got plans for an indoor party and of a 1970s theme to go with the house. Don't think that's going to happen.
Maybe for some of us.
I bet you've got a pair of flares somewhere, Phil.
Best of luck to them both.
If you'd like help finding your next home, then we want to hear from you. You can apply online at channel4.com/take part.